the channel, everybody. How's it going tonight? What is everybody up to? Vitalik in the house. Happy Sunday to you, my brother. Nice to see ya. King of Arenas, alive and in charge. How you doing, man? How many of those accounts have you made it through already tonight? I know you're somewhere around probably 12, 13, 14, 15, 137. I don't know. What's going on? Damon, nice to see you as well. Adam Harvey in the house. How's it going, my man? So, we kind of did a couple things last night, and we got some things coming out, and we got other things that we're kind of needing to get worked on, and plenty of things to do. But in the midst of everything, I turned around and was looking at my second backup account. And out of nowhere, I happened to notice that I had enough catalysts to make a couple pretty ladies a little prettier. Saw your link on you, Safa's Discord. First time viewer. Nice to see you, OS Fan and 8. Absolutely amazing to have you in the house. Thomas Burley, nice to see you. Just over here planning MMYY2 Battlegrounds. Nice, man. Definitely going to be looking at some Alliance Leader stuff myself tonight, so I feel you there. But as I was saying, by the way, OS fan, please feel free to go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. I actually have a little bit of footage from USOF from the Summoners Fest, and I'm going to be working with him on a couple other things as well. Him and I have talked on several occasions in the past, worked on a couple different things. Was absolutely lovely meeting the man face to face finally at Summoners Fest in Vancouver this month. Absolutely a phenomenal time, everybody. I advise if you got an opportunity in the future, come out and join us anytime. You'll be enjoying listening to our buddy here. So, like I started to say, I noticed two of my lovely ladies were in an amazing position to turn around and become my first two rank 3s on my second account. Now, two rank 3s, that actually means something. Nick Brown, nice to see you in the house. I was part of the reason why I took note of that was because this particular account at this moment is Paragon, and two rank 3 7-stars is 50% of the requirement to become Valiant. Now, that being said, this account is actually a little ways away from anywhere near where it needs to be Valiant, in spite the fact that I have two rank 3 7-stars. Feels kind of familiar. Like back when I was rocking rank 5 6-stars to do content like Act 5 and 6. So I thought, why not jump on, spend a couple hours live, distract myself from the pains and rigors of dealing with corporate America half the day, like I have today, and put myself in a great mood before I start editing these videos that are about to come out. And when I do so, come in here and make some progress on one of my little accounts in a way that even I can't look bad at. Though, I might find a way. Awesome, OS fan. I appreciate that. All those likes, subscribes are wonderful, and I appreciate them. They help the channel. We are on a trajectory to start getting back on some real big growth. I will also mention, for those who maybe have not heard yet, Friday night was 3 years since I dropped my first video on this channel. First YouTube video, actually, period. And it was the night that I decided, or it was exactly, let's switch that out real quick, because we got some bigger champions now. But 3 years ago, officially, I have officially been a YouTuber for 3 years. Now, mind you, I've had to step away a couple times. Life's gotten in its way, you know, how things go. But even with that being said, I want to celebrate the fact that it's been 3 years since the first video, guys. OS short for Orioles. See the venomized Oracle in Avatar. Nice.
Jason Osfan
Speaking
subscribe
of
to the channel.
Avatar, have you actually, I don't know if you're a fan of Magic the Gathering, but have you seen the new Avatar set the Magic the Gathering just dropped? Absolutely wonderful. Enjoying it, to be truthful with you. So I was, 3 years since we launched the channel. So we should celebrate this, guys. Despite the fact that I've had to take a little bit of time away during that time and everything. Haven't been consistent for the entire 3 years. We'd be in an amazing, better place if I had. But we're in a great place anyways. So what I was thinking is next Saturday night, we do a celebration. We celebrate 3 years of YouTube with Wolf GT69 by taking 10,000. Oh, no, not 10,000. Not 20,000. 30,000 Titan Shards and giving them away on the channel. I picked up codes for 30,000 Titan Shards during my time at Summoners Fest. I have 3 codes. Good evening, Wolf Mods chat. Hope everyone's doing well. How's it going, Darkness? So what I decided I would do is I would take those codes and we'd celebrate 3 years of YouTube by 3 times during the 3-year celebration stream, giving away 10,000 Titan Shards. All you have to do to get entered in is be here anytime I do a drawing that night. I'll be doing 3 drawings throughout the night. We're going to go live for 3 hours. We'll do 1 towards the beginning. We'll do 1 towards the middle. And we'll do 1 right before we end everything. If you are live, you will be entered into the drawing for 10,000 Titan Shards each time I spin the wheel. Also, if you happen to be a member of the channel, you also will get an entry. If you happen to be both live and a member of the channel, you'll get 2 entries every time we spin the wheel. So, up to 2 chances every time we spin the wheel of being able to get 10,000 Titan Shards. Just to say thank you guys for the 3 years of journey. So, I really don't even care what way I go. We're going to win this anyway, so. But, like I said, guys, I just figured it was a little something I could do. Obviously, I use most of the codes for myself and stuff. The 7-star crystals, I did get a couple 7-star stat cash relics. I did get a 3 to 4 rank up gem. I did get the 9,000 units for doing the game show. So yeah, those type of things, the main account really appreciated. But I figured what better way, it just so happened to coordinate well that we're talking about 30,000, 3 codes, 3 years, the 3rd anniversary of Battlegrounds, the 2nd year I've been in Seattle, and the first time I go to Vancouver, which adds to 3. So let's just give away 30,000 Titan Shards. So, if you guys want half a Titan, come join me next Saturday night. We'll go live 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But tonight, we're going to push our way through Act 6. I don't know how far I'm going to go tonight. We're going to go for a couple hours. But we're just going to sit here, and if at any point in time I realize I need a champion leveled up, we've got resources on this account. That's not going to be a problem. Damn, she's regenning like no other. But yeah, we're just going to work on getting this account a little bit further. Mostly because, like I said, I realized that I had the resources to get those 2s, the first 2 rank 3s on this account for 7 stars. Why not turn around and go ahead and finally get, Valiant on a 2nd account? Sounded fun. But, Darkness, I'm glad you think so. I thought it would be a little something. There's no, doesn't make it difficult for me. I can easily get you guys the codes. I don't have to worry about, shipping costs. I don't have to worry about where you guys are in the world or anything like that. Kabam was generous as could be during the live event. We all got a ton of stuff there. So taking a little bit of it and giving it back to you guys is more than the least I can do. So, but we're gonna get, like I said, and I know I've been saying it for a little bit, pretty much since I got back from Summoners Fest, that we would get the videos from Summoners Fest out on the channel. They are coming this week. As a matter of fact, I started working on those last night, and I decided to go live for a little bit first before I continued working on them tonight. Am I going to have to special to her to get her to take enough damage not to regenerate? Damn. It's been a while since I've done these quests, so I'm sure there's a trick that I'm forgetting that I have to do first to be able to get her to die. Got it. I rarely around on a Saturday night, but it'll be great for those who participate. Not a problem, man. Feel free to stop in anytime. Like I said, I try and do little things like this from time to time. I've done a couple other giveaways in the past. A few different, got to remove the. Yeah, I forgot about the life cycle shield until right then. So, but like I said, it's been a little while. Just I'm obviously not even reading nodes. We're just kind of powering through. But yeah, I mean, we did a meetup here in Seattle last spring, not last year, 2024, in spring, and I was able to pick up a bit of merchandise from Kabam then, and when I did that, I gave away part of that on the channel. We've done a few different things. I'm not, obviously being a smaller YouTuber, it's harder for me to cover some of the cost when I'm putting some of this stuff out there. But at the same time, I'm more than happy to do so when I get opportunities like this. I'm not worried. I have a big account and lots of Titan shards saved. Yeah, I feel you. Not the Midicools. Yeah. I mean, Ontario, Canada, outside Toronto, Seattle is far away from me. Not a problem. I understand. I know that there's a couple of the creators talking about possibly doing something over on the East Coast at some point as well. But we are actually going to be doing a meetup here in Seattle sometime in the spring again this year. I think honestly, I mean, we had a great time that first year, which that was my first year. What's the plan for tonight? We're just gonna. So I just realized that I had enough to rank up 2 7-stars on this account to rank 3, which puts me to the point that I'm. All I got to do is get through enough story content, and then this account becomes Valiant because it's already Paragon. Just off of rank ups alone. So I thought we'd push for a couple hours tonight, and I'd start once a week just kind of pushing this account until I get it to Valiant, and we'll do it live. So we'll do other things on different nights, but I figure we'll do one night a week where one of the little accounts get featured, and then we'll on those nights, we'll work on we'll work on whatever, but we'll work on mostly making sure that on the nights that we're doing this, um, we're working on one of the three small accounts actually getting towards Valiant. Obviously, this one will be the first one. Mama Bear, long time no talk to. I miss you. How are you doing? I hung out with the man all weekend, and I still say it's freak. But Safe SC has been talking about a possible meetup in Toronto or Niagara Falls. Either would be closer to me. Yeah, no, man. I see a several. Like I said, I think USAFA. I've heard rumors is talking about something over on the East Coast. I think all of us just had such a great time in Toronto, or not in Toronto, in Vancouver. um, that I think that we really just want to keep the vibe going. Um, so it's really nice to have these kind of meetups outside of just what Command does. So anytime that when any of us can get an opportunity, and there are quite a few of us here in Seattle, obviously at this point, so us doing it here really is a lot easier. But like I said, I know there's content creators in different areas that are talking about a couple different meetup possibilities. So I'd be staying tuned to anybody that you know is in your area and just watching to see if anybody brings up anything. Mama Bear, only 2 more treatments left to go. That's awesome. You are in my thoughts all the time. I am so happy to hear that it's going well. I know it's rough. I've been through it with a few family members before, and I'm really hoping that after you're done, we can see you a speedy recovery, and we can see you back as a huge part of the community again. Because I know myself, I definitely miss seeing you around, and I know plenty of others do too. So, like, I am so glad to see you stopping in tonight, and it is amazing. And thank you for the update. So, like I said, guys, so we are going to be doing quite a bit on the channel over the next couple weeks. I'm really going to get back into things. The 2 Adams Vega spreadsheet wizards are in the Seattle area. Great guys. Yeah, they actually came down for the last meetup, the one I was part of in 2024. We went to a Mariners game, and then that was Friday night. We went to a couple bars and the Mariners game, and then on Saturday night we did the meetup at GameWorks in Seattle. Great guys, absolutely wonderful. Talked to both of them on both evenings. So I have been very privy to be able to meet more and more members of this community live over the last couple years since I've gotten out here to Seattle, which was a lot of the reason I moved to Seattle was to have the opportunity to, meet more people in person. I knew that there'd be more likelihood of attending an event in Vancouver or Seattle than there was ever going to be in the middle of Des Moines, Iowa. At least unless I decided to be the one content creator putting it on, or happen to go over to someplace like Chicago and do something with like Mama Bear or somebody like that. But yeah, so when I moved out here, I knew very well that it was going to open opportunities, and I have been in spite the fact that I have been through a lot, and we've had some very down times since I got out here. I have been very privy to already, like I said, the first meetup, and now with the Sumner's Fest has been absolutely wonderful. Damon, sadly, I couldn't get the time off to work to go to the fest. Yeah, no, I know that that's not always the easiest. Hopefully, that will be different next year. Hopefully, they'll announce it earlier so you can request it a little bit sooner, and make the time if that's something you can afford. I would definitely love to meet you in person, man. We've talked many times over the years, so it was that was one of the great things. Is just the amount of people that like I got to talk to for the first time face to face, shake their hand, get to know them a little better. And not just that, but the nights that we went out and had a few drinks together, and everybody really got a chance to just talk about life, the game, everything else. Hey Wolf, I'm gonna skedaddle. Got to work to do. Have a great rest of the stream. Good night, y'all. No problem. Thank you very much for stopping in. Appreciate you being in here. Definitely understand having work to do. Like I said, I should be editing videos right now, but technically this is work too, so yay. So yeah, like I said, I think we're gonna get through at least one chapter tonight, maybe two of Act 6. Or yeah. I'm lost on the game. Yeah, I understand. I took about 6 months myself away to work on some other projects and came back, and there's a lot that has changed, and there's even more coming, big changes coming. So I'm still reacquainting myself. That's why a night like this kind of feels good, where I can just play a mode that I've played plenty of times before and know what I'm doing. Like I might actually have to read a node once or twice, but I know once I read them, like I've done videos on every single one of these chapters. I know exactly what I'm dealing with here, so it's not as big of a deal as doing some one of the bigger contents and stuff. Um, but yeah, I will admit, like it. First off, that's one thing that I can reveal that we talked about during Summoners Fest. Um, One of the things that they actually talked about is they have been really great about adding more and more to this game, but they have never really been great about taking things away from this game. Like I think the only thing that I've ever seen them remove from the game in the entire time that I've been playing this game was when they finally took away the bases tab. And the funny thing about that is basically when we get Fortress, that's gonna be in a way what bases was supposed to be from the get-go. So, like, it took them years to never do it, and then they finally just gave up on it, and now they're finally going to do it. But like they haven't ever taken anything like out of the game other than they keep just putting more in. And that is actually a conversation that we had that's something that they want to be more receptive of, because it is compared to what this game looked like when you logged into it 8, 9, 10 years ago. Joel Williams in the house. How you doing, my man? It is so much different. Like when you logged into the game back then, it was fairly simplistic. Like you had AQ, you had Alliance War, you had story mode, you had the event quest, and you had the arenas. That was it. And then we got back issues, and then we got variants, and we got this, and we got that, and it's like the amount of stuff when you log in is just overwhelming, even for an experienced player. I am always highly impressed anytime I meet somebody who has just recently picked up this game and actually taken to it, because I think even myself, if I came into it at this point in the game, I would have been worried about whether or not I would have been too overwhelmed to actually catch up. And I know, honestly, like, there was a point that the woman I was dating in Iowa, she started playing the game with me because, we were in a relationship and she was enjoying it. Larry, you can't handle what we're doing right now. Sorry, man. I don't have a spot for you right now. I have one open spot. I actually have two open spots as far as I know both that are getting filled, and we are pushing for, like, in spite the fact that we just reformed, we're about to go for a very hardcore push, and honestly, with some of the things I've seen out of what you were able to do with my smaller alliance, no, nothing personal, man. Just not you're not up to par. That was awesome. What rank are you pushing for, Wolf? Right now I think we're way behind it, but we're gonna be pushing for probably Plat 3. We just reformed, and I reformed in a fully new alliance. So we just finished Gold 4, and obviously it's going to take us several seasons to push back up into Platinum. But this next season will be a lot easier for that, especially with the December break, where it's going to be the smaller version of War. So we'll push through that real easy. I'm still leading a Plat 2-3. Nice. Yeah, I know you've been keeping up on stuff, but yeah, man, if you've got anybody right now that can handle that is okay with growing with an alliance and can handle handle pushing for Plat 3, you can join the YouTube alliance. I don't control it anymore. I don't even remember who's got control of it at this point, to be honest with you, Larry. Hey, I've got to get going. Good rest of the stream. I'll definitely check out it again. Not a problem, man. Appreciate you stopping in, OS fan, and thank you for the subscription. Look forward to seeing you in another stream sometime soon. I spoke to some, but I couldn't take them due to prestige reasons. Yeah, get them in touch with me. Yeah, no, Larry, go ahead. Go ask whoever's in charge of the YouTube Alliance. You can join it without a problem. I don't care about that. Like, whoever's got control of it at the moment, it's probably one of my former officers. But I can't honestly tell you that for sure. But yeah, Damon, I'm working on getting a couple of the double accounts out of the main alliance or out of the only alliance right now. So if I can get people that are big enough to qualify for what we're shooting for and are okay with what we're going to be pushing, we're gonna be boss rushing map 8 for the rest of the year on regular AQ weeks. So raid weeks are going to have to be out of pocket ticket cost, but with the extra loyalty and stuff, that's easy enough to cover. Send me at least one. That'd be awesome, man. That would be wonderful. I'd love to have you come over and run one of your with one of yours in here. There is no officer, then just join it. Like I said, I'm not running that one anymore. It's a dead alliance in my as far as I know. Feel free to message anybody in there and see, what's going on. I let that alliance go 6-7 months ago, along with the other main alliance. Like I stepped down and stepped aside for 6 months until I came back, and when I came back, I decided I wanted to form everything fresh. Yeah, no, man. I'm not like I know prestige matters at this point, but I don't have a prestige minimum for anybody quite yet. So if there's anybody that you got that like they would work for you, but their prestige is too small, have them come help me. I think I need 6 or 7. But yeah, like I said, if you've got an alt account that you want to run with me as well, as a matter of fact, King Arenas just brought over one of his alt accounts to run with me for because hey, why not? Yeah, no, man. You know me. I'm open to helping anybody that can help me. So, and there is a reason why I ranked this woman to rank 4 on my main account, because I do love me some Medusa. Though she is definitely showing me why I love playing her. I love my Medusa. Yeah, yep. So my first 5 rank 5s, Medusa was one of the first 5s of. I mean, she is one of the first 5 because I haven't even upgraded past the first 5. Though I am debating, honestly, I was watching a couple people's videos last night, looking at the what can be done in the store, and my goal right now has been to save everything for Banquet, and I really am tempted to continue that, but at the same time, I realized that I could turn around and take myself from where I was before Sumner Fest, only 2 rank 4s, and now I'm up to 5 rank 4s after Sumner Fest. And by the end of Cyber Weekend, if I really wanted to, I could be 10 to 12. And that's really kind of tempting. The only downside to it, well, then you're gonna if there's no officer in there to fill the request, then that alliance is dead, and there's no way for anyone to ever get into it again. Crimzone, how's it going, man? So, but the only thing that really honestly is like tearing me between the idea of do I wait for Banquet and spend all of the units there, or do I go ahead and dip into Cyber Weekend and massively jump my account? Is just simply the simple fact I have multiple revives expiring right now, which is the only reason I'm jumping up to a bigger one for him. Is simply just because of the fact that I could literally play a lot of catch up with a lot of the people that I play with that didn't take the last 6 months off right now. But if I wait until Banquet, my 30,000 units is a lot more of a benefit to not only me, but the Alliance as a whole. And that makes it so, like, I feel kind of selfish if I go for the deals right now, knowing that I could very much so probably end up in a similar situation in Banquet, hopefully, from the way that things are getting kind of talked about at the moment, while at the same time also making sure that I'm helping my alliance. So I reached the Sentinel boss for Cav using Gallon. For him, I almost got him down to half health. Nice. Just keep working at it, man. You'll get him. Ah! That was not what I meant. That is, I will say, in spite the fact of them nerfing a lot of this content, I will say that because of the certain characters, yeah, your old video had have helped me a lot. No problem, man. I'll be getting some more of them out there too. Do you have some old Alliance friend requests? Um, what do you mean by that? Like, am I still friends with people in the Alliance? I could look and see who's in there and find out if I'm still in touch with any of them. But yeah, I've talked. Unless people have left the game and all forms of social media that I know them through, like I stay in contact with everybody in every alliance that's ever been for me. Um, there has been very few people that have ever been in an alliance with me who I didn't continue to talk to. So yeah, you'll just have to wait. Like I said, I'll look later. I think I know one person for sure that's still in there, but I don't know if he's active. Because part of the reason that he would still be in there is because of the fact that he was kind of teetering on whether or not he had the ability to play the game at this point, anyways. So, but I'll reach out and see who's in there. I know there's a key to how to do this fight, and I may actually have to look at the fight. I'm hoping I brought the right count of the right people in because if I have it's that this is the one where I have to have Fury to actually get it, isn't it? Yep, it's that one. 50% less damage unless I have an active Fury on me, and of course, we can take Hulk in because I can get Furies on him. And if I have to, I can try and do Aegon, but I'd rather not do it with Aegon. Not because I don't want to do anything with Aegon, because I absolutely love Aegon, but with the class disadvantage and him not ramped, he's a little less effective. But Hulk Smash. What's that sound? Let's go. Yes. Ain't that fresh? I love a good Hulk juggle. and yes, if you're asking for anyone who is old enough to remember what I'm about to say, yes, I was that person that would pin you in the corner with Blanca and electrocute you until you were dead. And I would have fun doing it. Sweep, kick, and electrify. I'm the same way with the Sentinel. With Sentinel, yep. Sometimes that's what you got to do, man. Like, screw it, just lock them in the corner and beat them until they die. All right. I have never been a technical practitioner of any fighting game. Like, yeah, there are combos that I memorized and stuff, but for the most part, most of my gameplay has been button smash to the max. And though I realize that that does not create a legend that's going to set on stage and compete as one of the top 8 people in the world, it does get me through content. Come on. Yep, that's what we were looking for. Thank you. And ah! How's it going? I left you in the background. Perfectly fine. I've used a couple revives, but nothing worthwhile. The new alliance leader is Bartley. Oh, yeah, I can see if I can get a hold of him. He was another one that was a little iffy on being active for a while. Um, but I know who that is. We have made it through 2 levels since we started. I'm gonna switch out the team after this one. So, has anybody got anything exciting out of Cyber Weekend yet? I opened my 2 crystals last night live on stream. Trying to remember who I even got. But obviously I'm going to get more crystals. Um, Bryce Jones, how's it going? Nice to see you. The old alliance leader is Tiny Run 2. Yeah, I know. That's not a problem. He's actually in the main alliance right now, so I can get a hold of him with very little. Got a 6-star Maker. Nice. Maker can do a lot of work. It's bad that I like literally just opened those last night and I can't remember who I opened. Hawk smash big head man. Funny head in chair. Lay down. Can I be back in the line group? No. I gave you multiple chances, man. Like, I appreciate the support of the channel. I appreciate you hanging out, but you pushed yourself a couple times too far, and no, that's also why I don't accept the friends request that you send me 30 times a day. I There is a certain limit, my friend, and you know, I like I said, I appreciate you supporting the channel and everything, and you're always welcome. But you pushed a couple barriers, and so their barriers are in place. I'm gonna have to make one of my alliance members lock my ability to spend units. Not that that's a thing, but I'm gonna pretend like it is. Um, that way, there's absolutely no way. Are you going to turn off the friends request? No. I will always have friends requests on because I do friendlies and things like that, and when I have them, when I do them, I allow people to send me friends requests. But I also have a full friends list most of the time because of the fact of the channel and the alliance and everything else. So I often have to purge my friends list. It's part of the reason why I have the other socials, Discord and line chat. But there are always still limits to those things. So I also put it out there last night while I was on live stream. Obviously, like I said, I've got footage coming out from Summoners Fest, and there are things that I was privy to at Summoners Fest that I didn't necessarily get on camera. Be it because somebody requested me not to, or it was just not a conversation where I decided to stop in the middle of it and go, hey, can I record this? Now, mind you, there were quite a few different times throughout the weekend that I did record things. I have interviews with several content creators. I have interviews with a couple different members of the Kabam team. I have panels from I recorded the panels that I was part of. They were very interesting to be part of. But it, obviously, in spite the fact that I had my camera very active all weekend long, there were still time periods that the camera got put down. So if there are questions from from Summoners Fest that anybody has that you don't know if I can answer or not, feel free to answer. Feel free to ask. Put them on the channel. Put them, on a video on this in chat anytime you see me live. Obviously, as I put out videos, put them on those. There are several people that you'll see in chats that were also at the event. So I know myself, like, you can ask King of Arena, the first day we were there, like, I told him where I was and we still didn't find one another, and for probably a good half an hour, 45 minutes later. Because there was just so much stuff going on that you could know, even with everything that I particularly was part of and caught, I know very good and well that I still didn't even catch a quarter of what was going on during Summoners Fest. I did take the time to go back through and watch what Kabam has put out already, just to check on some of the things that I know I missed. But at the same time, like I said, I've got things that they didn't put out. I've got things that other content creators have not put out, because I was in different rooms than they were at the time that I was there. So if there's anything about Summoners Fest, any questions that you want answered, anything that you're curious about, please feel free to ask and let me do my best to answer it. And you guys know me. I'm going to be 100% honest. If it's plain and simple, I didn't see that. First 7-star is Korg. Nice. He's a great defender and not bad on attack either. At some point, I may actually do Necro on this account, which is part of the reason why I have Aegon leveled up. But of course, like, we're seeing 7-star Aegon, so spicy. I will tell you this much, guys. Plan on this. If whenever 7-star Aegon does release and however he releases, if I am able to pull him right away, plan my return to Necro on the main account will be very soon. I still have all but the first path left to run. But if I got 7-star Aegon to do it with it, well, let me rephrase that. If I can get 7-star Aegon, get him awakened, and get him to Sig 200, which we'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people in here, mostly because I don't remember, because that was almost 2 years ago. But my birthday live stream when I first moved out here to Seattle area was a 12-hour live stream where 8 of it was me doing Necro. And that was an extremely fun time for my birthday. Not necessarily the funnest birthday I've ever had, but definitely an amazing time. So, in spite of the fact that I died a ton of times and will need a ton of revives to do it even still at this point, I do look forward to revisiting that content at some point. Though I do need to do it a couple different ways and with a couple different versions of champions and things like that. So I have many reasons and many time periods to look at and return to Necro. I just got to decide when and if and how I'm going to do that. let's actually do this. Let's bring in Silk. I know I'm not the only one doing older content at this point. I know Seaton's doing a new account challenge. I know there's a few other people that have recently done new account challenges, um, which really kind of makes me want to do a new account challenge. But I have enough to do on these accounts that like maybe I shouldn't for a little bit. But until I like get so I know I'm not the only one like going through and doing like act 4, 5, 6, whatever, um live right now. So I don't feel as bad not doing the latest greatest things. Sometimes it's just fun to go back and revisit some of the old stuff and do it again with different champions. And like I said, all it really takes is me pushing all the way through to the point of where I need to be, and this account is Valiant. Plus, I'm picking up extra units and things along the way. Um, so, I mean, we got quite a bit to work with here. My 5-star Aegon is maxed out and doesn't have a high. Yeah, you need the high sig on him. Having him maxed out is great, but until you got that that top sig on him, sig 200, um, it makes a huge difference. He is a sig 200 champion. All day, every day has to be sig 200. What is my first alliance before YouTube? Well, considering the YouTube alliance was my 11th alliance. I don't remember what my first one was. But if you're talking what was the main alliance I was running before I left the game for 6 months, that was Migro. Have fun figuring out how to spell that. But maybe go check some of the old videos and look for the alliance tag. It's a fun one. And it has a very interesting story where that name came from. It is actually the reverse of the alliance that it was originally started off of. Because originally, it was I had taken over an old alliance. The one I'm in right now, the one I'm running right now, yeah, it's my permanent alliance. I'm done. Like, I won't switch again. If I switch again, um, it will be because I finally decide I don't want to be an officer or an alliance leader anymore. But as long as as long as I'm going to be in a leader with MCOC, the Wolf's Den is where I will be from this point forward. So any alliance that I have previously ran or been part of or anything like that, I have no association with anymore. Nor do I plan on having an association with them. I mean, there are people in them that I will associate with, and that if they want to come over, they're more than welcome to come over, or at least some of them. Some of them just aren't up to skill level either. That's part of the reason why, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. I will tell you this much: that like, if I got a hold of somebody and said, "Hey, I'd like to move my account to a Masters level alliance," I fully know that, in spite of the fact that I know quite a few people in Masters alliances that I personally can talk to, there's not a single person in a Masters tier alliance that's going to look at my gameplay and go, "Yeah, you can handle it." No, and I'm okay with that. I don't need to be in an alliance that's bigger than what my skill level is. And I'm not, like, I'm never going to be the kind of whale that somebody like Yusafa is. Okay? Yes, I will put money into this game. I will put money into my account. I will put money into the channel. I will put money into the community. But I have bigger ventures right now, and I'm not anywhere near as secure as he is. And so, if the game is still going at the point where I'm making enough money that, like, dropping $30,000 in a month on on a game is something I can do, that never may change, but I'm a ways away from there still. And I'm okay with that. But I will also tell you this much. If I drop 30K on this game in a single month, yeah, I would have better champions. I would have more champions ranked up, and I would be able to complete content that I'm currently struggling with. But I still would not be able to compete at a Masters level. Do you think on the YouTube Alliance I get officer? Sure, go over there, see if you can get officer. I have no control over that. I have no association with it. Like I said, I know people in it because they all came to it because of me. Or at least everybody that was in it when I left it. But as far as whether or not you can be an officer in it, I have no say on that. But if you can talk to the right people and you can be active and you can show that you have value to the alliance, you can be an officer anywhere. But I will tell you this much. One of the things I have watched you do in this game is jump between alliances every couple weeks and not be very active when you're in one. You'll never be an officer if you're doing that. It takes time. It takes being active. It takes showing that you can benefit other players in the alliance, not just yourself. Or at least that's what it takes for me. And being somebody who has been an alliance leader for almost the entire time I have been playing this game, I think that kind of speaks a little bit towards that. I know very much so. Truth Comics is looking at doing a panel with alliance leaders in the next few weeks, month, something like that. I don't know exactly when he's planning on doing it, but it's going to be sometime soon. Him and I have already talked about it a little bit. And I'm probably going to be on that panel. And when I am on that panel and talking with other people that are alliance leaders, I'll see if they feel differently. But I will tell you this much. Like, anybody that I know of that's ever talked to me about running alliances, being an officer in an alliance, like, the officers have to be the most active people in the alliance. They have more responsibility than anybody in the alliance. I have times where I let my officers slide a little more than I probably should. And I think most of them would admit that, at least anybody who has been an officer in one of my alliances. But I will also tell you this much. Every one of them has stepped up massively before they ever became an officer. King, you still in the chat? Damon, you still around, man? If either one of them pop in, ask both of them what they require of their officers. Both of them are alliance leaders as well. If you don't catch them this time, when you reach out to your YouTube alliance, please. No, I will not immediately ask for you an officer spot. I will ask if you can be in the alliance. You have to earn your spot as an officer. That's part of the reason why I banned you from chat, man, is because of the fact that you would not get that through your head that you can't just ask to be an officer. You have to be you have to actually turn around and earn your spot. It's like if you want to be an officer, like really bad, that badly, go start your own alliance and learn how to run one. But until I see you active, I don't make anybody an officer. And I don't just mean active in the game. I mean active in chat. I mean actively helping other players. It makes a huge difference. And that's how it has to be. You have to provide value to everybody else in the alliance before you get to just be an officer. Unless you start it yourself. I know you're sorry, man, and that's why, like I said, that's why I've not banned you from the channel. That's why you're able to come in here and chat and hang out with me here, and I'm more than happy to have you do so. But it is one of those things that I've tried to explain this to you on more than a few occasions of what it takes, and you're just going to have to understand that nobody in this community that actually is trying to do anything even remotely productive towards growing their members is going to just hand somebody that the day that they join the alliance without showing that they have any reason to be, immediately just become an officer. That makes there be no value to the to being an officer. Like, not to mention, on top of that, being an officer is a big commitment, man. It's not. It can be very time consuming. It can be very draining mentally. Ask some of my officers about some of the times that we've spent 4, 5, 6, 8 hours on calls working on war plans. Like literally all night long going through everybody's rosters trying to make sure that we had the absolute perfect plan in place just to turn around and have somebody screw it up the first thing they log on the next morning. And yes, every alliance leader will tell you those stories about every time. Like, I will tell you straight up, without a problem, okay? Simplest thing, and it was one of those things that was easy to correct, but I went through, assigned every single person to their groups for raids this week. Every one of them was assigned to a raid group in game. Everyone was assigned to a boss battle chat, and every one of them was assigned to a lane chat, meaning their particular lane with their two other people they were doing that lane with. Every single one of them knew, like, the name of your chat is what battle group and what lane you're in. Raids go live. 4 hours after raids go live, I immediately get a message from somebody. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I went the wrong direction. So I immediately had to take one of the people who, luckily enough, not everybody has joined that particular group yet, and move them to a different group. These are things that officers have to do. And and the thing about it is I will tell you this much. There are times that I have to be available, like, especially when raids first came out. The first 2 days of raids, I didn't sleep every time raids came around. Because I was coordinating battle groups, I was making sure every time that everybody was in the right spot. I was making sure who was like I had to be available so that people could ask me recommendations on who they should bring in. Um, like there were so many things that just being in charge of an alliance in this game is a full-time job in itself. So when I choose the officers I choose them so that I can knock an hour or two of work off of my plate. And somebody's got to show me that they're going to be able to do that. They got to show me that they can actually provide something. I know your alliance. Breeze invited me to your alliance. Breeze did not invite you to the alliance. You asked him repeatedly under an alt account, and which is why I immediately removed you because I knew who it was. Yeah. But I don't hide what my alliance is by any means. I've never have. Like, I may not be for Loki or any of them as far as some of the bigger alliances in the game. And I have, again, like, I don't plan on being a master tier alliance ever. Okay? And I'm 100% okay with that. Gotta love the AI sometimes. Like watching it dex my relic in the middle of my relic hitting it and somehow not stunning him whatsoever is just, amazing. And I get it that it's Kingpin and that he can shrug his stuff off, but that's not an excuse. Because that's not what happened. Oh. That's okay, he's going down now. Statistically, 6 out of 7 dwarves are not happy. But but one of them is Sneezy and one of them is a Doc, so depending on the kind of doctor you are, you might be very happy. How's it going, caveman? Nice to see you. I don't know if she's still around, but you actually just missed Mama Bear. Mama! I know, I was happy as hell to see her pop up in chat tonight. Like, she says she's got 2 more rounds left, and then hopefully we'll see how things go, and might be the return, hopefully. Not trying to quote anything out of her, but like I said she got 2 more rounds left, so definitely keeping those positive thoughts out there for her. So I want to look at one thing real quick. Not that we're going to jump back there. Okay, I still got 2 more levels on that one. But I definitely am going to have to knock out the rest of 5 at some point too on this one. Not that it's like major league anything, but the main thing is just kind of getting the progress in there now. For those that are just jumping in, so last night I was going through doing my dailies on all my accounts and realized that one of my accounts I had gotten to the point that I had enough, even without doing any kind of deals or anything, to rank 3 to 7 stars. So I did. And then I got to thinking, well, if I'm ranked 3 and 2 7 stars, that means I'm now have met one of the bigger requirements to one of the 2 requirements to become Valiant on this account. So why not have a second Valiant account? But in order to get a second Valiant account, I also have to take into consideration that I'm only on Act 6 on this account. So I figure what we're going to do is once a week from now on, we're just going to dedicate a night where I just come on here and knock out a few levels on story mode on the little account here. Well, not the, it's littler account. And get Valiant on this account while we continue to grow the other account and rapidly approach the new title, which I'm guessing will be part of 9.4. And that'll put me a little closer to what the original thought process was, which was having 4 accounts at 4 different title progressions. Unfortunately, Kabam kind of did something that made it so that got screwed up. And that is when they decided to make it so that I could add titles just based off of rank ups. Like, I just kind of ranked 3 of the accounts into Paragon. So all of them are at different points in the game, but they're all Paragon. I definitely feel you. I definitely feel like I've been Valiant for a long time. I think we're overdue. Yeah, I really do. And they didn't come out and straight say it during Sumner Fest, but they did kind of acknowledge the idea that it's been a while since there's been another title. So I think especially, and mind you, we're still a couple months out since we just are now, like this week, in the 9.4 beta. But yeah, I think when we see 9.4 come, we will see a new progression title. Especially considering that'll put it in a good spot so that means a new progression title just in time for spring cleaning and right before 4th of July next year. So timing wise, it kind of corresponds. So it will also correspond a bit with the new 7-star Ascensions being out as well. So I think it'll be a good way to start. And I think Ascensions is going to be a massive win for the community. At least this version of Ascensions. Worries me if they do it, it'll require rank like 4 rank 5s or something. I don't think so. I think it's going to be around rank 4s. I really do. The only other way I could see it being something like something that maybe we don't have yet is if they do it around 7-star Ascensions. That would be a little interesting because they're not going to be as easy to come by. But I do see 7-star Ascensions being a huge win for the community because it's going to be the first time that you're going to really see more diversity. Because the thing about it is especially with the way you have to go about getting the Ascensions, it is tied to duplicating champions. So yes, obviously the whales are going to duplicate everybody quickly and over again, but even duplicating them quickly and stuff, it's still like you don't have as much control over who you're ascending. Because yeah, one whale may dupe Havoc 20 times while another one dupes Silver Surfer 20 times. So I don't think that I think for the first time in a long time we're actually going to see that diversity even at the top of the player charts. Like you're going to see people that you're just going to see a lot of people really honestly that are going to have more diversity in their rank ups, in my opinion. JJ, that was actually, or Spider Pool 989. I actually did 5 gifted memberships last night, and you were conveniently enough one of them, and I am doing great. And that does actually lead to the precursor, in case you haven't seen last night's live stream or anything I've talked about in the last couple of days. The 3rd year anniversary of the channel was on Friday night. Friday was the 3 years since I posted the very first video on MCOC YouTube video, period, to the channel. And therefore, because it is 3 years since I posted my first video, we are going to have a live stream next Saturday night, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where to celebrate 3 years of YouTube, I am giving away 3 codes worth 10,000 Titan shards apiece. 30,000 Titan shards total given away throughout the night on a 3-hour live stream to say thank you to the community for supporting me for the last 3 years. Wrong way. Thanks. So, for anybody who is able to be there next Saturday night, if you are a member of the channel, you get a spin on the wheel, no matter if you're there or not. If you are, or you get your name on the wheel for the spin, no matter if you're there or not. If you are live in person, you get your name on the wheel. If you are a member and live, you get your name on the wheel twice for each spin. We'll do 1 spin at the top of the hour, or at the top of the 3 hours. We'll do 1 sometime in the middle of the live stream, and we'll do 1 shortly before we log off for the evening. But 3 hours next Saturday night. 30,000 Titan shards. 3 opportunities to win. Double entries for those who are members of the channel and also live. So, and this week we will be dropping finally the videos from Sumner Fest. As a matter of fact, as soon as I log off tonight, I'm back to editing them again. I started doing a little bit last night. Going to be doing more tomorrow, or tonight. Yes, I've gotten a little more fancy. I actually have a second computer I'm monitoring everything off of, so occasionally, not to mention on top of that, I've got the extra chats. Can you give the shards to yourself? I technically could. But I gave myself the 9K units. I gave myself the 6-star lizard. If I win, you can have my shards. Okay, K-Man. No problem. Breeze Cabaret, how's it going, my man? Nice to see you. So you asked last night why I wasn't doing any story mode and was doing something that I wasn't doing good at. So tonight, I decided, since I realized that I had enough to rank 2 7-stars on the second account, even without getting deals or anything, I should probably actually start making some progress on this account towards Valiant, since I have the champion requirement. So we're pushing for Valiant right now. I need like every champion in the Titan pool to change before I care about Titan shards again. As far as that man goes, Caveman, that's happening only in what, a few days? When does the Titan reset? It's very soon. So it's actually a really good time to like, I know it's December 2nd. Okay, so we're 8 days away from it resetting. So, and by the time we get to next Saturday's stream, you'll be only a couple days from the reset. So, if you want, like, if you win the Titan shards, man, you might want to hold on to them. Just got done watching the new Now You See Me. I saw a preview for that the other day. It looks kind of good. Not that the first couple haven't been phenomenal, but you know how trilogies are. I need the 2nd of December champs to leave and the March champs to leave, and maybe that. I mean, if you're that far ahead, like. There's some pretty serious misses in the next Titan pool. Mr. All Right and Mikula just don't do it for me. Yeah. I haven't played either one of them yet, honestly. So I'm not quite for sure how I feel about either one of them. So close. Yeah, all 24 champs in there right now. I have duped and our max sig. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously with Lizard coming in the next batch, he looks pretty good, to be honest with you. So but obviously, you know, like JJ said, there's always going to be some that are going to be not so spectacular. But at the same time, too, the other thing about it is we also all know very good and well that a champion that sucks this month could be absolutely phenomenal 2 months from now, because all of a sudden they decide to rework them or a game mode change or something like that. So, Kardeski, how's it going? I do think even though the rebalance program is over, I bet they're going to buff Dracula. There's so much hype for him, and everyone says he sucks. Yeah, no, just because the um, rebalance program is over doesn't mean the champs are done getting buffed or debuffed. Um, they're just not going to do it on a schedule anymore. That's the only thing that's changed. They're just going to randomly decide when they're going to do it. I mean, that's obvious just by looking at things like the fact that we've got the Doctor Strange rework and the Punisher rework coming next month. Took Photon to rank 4. Congratulations. That's a great pick to take to rank 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. PC. PC. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you guys might notice since my return, I haven't necessarily had music on the channel. I'm still going through and figuring out, because some of the music that I used before is now copyrighted, so I can't use it as much, and I can't use it anymore. So I don't want to use the old playlist until I go through and figure out what's no longer usable and what is. But I'm also looking into some other options. I've actually been talking to a couple people in particular. I've got one producer I'm talking to, or that I'm getting put in contact with more appropriately, and a couple local talented musicians that I'm looking to get in contact with as well, to possibly get some fully independent music for the channel. But even until we get that process figured out, I'm also considering looking into some AI options and things like that so that we can get some music back going on the channel. I wish that I could just play whatever I want, because you'd be listening to what I'm listening to in my ears right now. Ha ha ha. It seems like all the music is copyrighted now, whether you stream it with the music or no, they get banned. Yeah. I mean, even like I have a contract for the music that you guys hear during the opening credits, which isn't even a full freaking song. It's a 10-second clip. And I still get dinged on that one to a certain degree. Like, I don't get a copyright strike or anything, but it does divide my profits slightly. But that's also why, like I said, I'm going to work with a few independent artists and see if we can't get some more music going for the channel again. 100% Act 6 a month ago or so, and currently waiting on 9.4. Hope the rewards will be good. They will be. I have no doubt. Honestly, Act rewards are always good. They don't. They don't necessarily have a shelf life of remaining good, but when they first come out, I also, that's what I was actually just talking to Caveman about. Is I'm pretty sure 9.4 is going to be the new progression title. Yeah, that's the other thing is you're talking Act 9 total rewards as well. So yeah, it's gonna it'll be huge for any account. Come on. Ah, I thought I had him. I got a combo meter more than up. Yeah, that's gonna be the other thing too. Is plan that we've already went through that where like when they reworked Act 5, Act 6 looked really bad. When they reworked Act 6, now 7 looks bad. So don't be surprised if at some point they rework 7, so that eventually 8's rewards look bad. It's kind of the progression of having a game that has been going consistently for 11 years. Oh, I got my dad to Paragon a couple months ago. Congratulations to your dad. I also have all 6 of the latest to the Titans. Nice. You have done so much on your account since when we first started talking. I'm proud of you, man. You're kicking butt. It always amazes me how many people that will come to me like in my alliance or on the channel and they're struggling to get through content and they're just barely making it and stuff and they come to me and we start talking and I start giving them a little bit of advice and they get past that one little hurdle that's in their way and all of a sudden they go from that one little hurdle being like just I can't figure out how to get past this to all of a sudden they shoot even past what I've done in no time. So it's always so impressive, and I love watching it. I love hearing every time you guys stop in and give me your stories on how much progression you've made in the account, the new champions you've got, all that type of stuff. Yeah, you were struggling with 5.3 back then. And now look at you. You're talking about 9.4. Who is the big bad of this one? I don't know. Pick a direction, go. Shut up. Yeah, I mean that's like I said, and I've watched it for years. I've watched people like they'll join my alliance and they can barely get it, barely get anything done, and then like in no time, yep, I think I was uncollected when I joined, and now 2 years later I'm Paragon, and I just beat the corrupted Black Widow. Nice, congratulations, Thomas Burley. You're doing great. She is something else, but she's fun. Have you gotten your cosmic egg? No. I got the relic, but I haven't gotten the egg yet. I still need to figure out exactly what I'm short on that, and do that sometime this week. So another thing I was talking about with Abaddon last night when I was on his stream was how amazing the relic is the cosmic egg. Okay, well, okay. Somehow I have the. I don't know. I'm weird. I have it. So at least on one account. I don't think I got it on all. I know I don't have it on all the accounts. Um, but yeah, I don't know. There's so much stuff going on in the game right now that some of it, like I, I'm achieving things in some areas where I don't even realize that I'm achieving them, and in other areas I'm like, why haven't I gotten that done yet? Gam Gam, we're not gonna play like that. Stop being mean. Go to sleep. Man, Tiger is awesome. I wish I had her when I was Cavalier. Oh man, I love my Tiger. Though I am out of practice on her compared to what I was when I left the game. So I still got to get my skills back up, and I really regret the fact that I still don't have a 7-star Tigra on any of my accounts because that makes me sad. Currently, I have 3 rank 4s. I don't rush like some people. I wait for it to come to me or easy to get. So far, Storm Pyramid X, Photon, and Bastion. Nice, man. Yeah, no, don't worry about rushing it by any means. I just, like, obviously, like I said, I took a little bit of time away from the game. Before I went to Summoners Fest, I got my first 2 rank 4s, which I started with Hulk and Bishop. And then at Summoners Fest, I got 1 off the wheel, and I got the 1 that they gave to everybody as the like part of the big prize pack at the end of everything. And then I also was just shy of enough materials for my next one, which I was able to pick up through the last tier 7 basic, through the incursions challenge, from doing it with Steve. And so that put me up to up to having 5, and now I have Bishop, Hulk, Chilith, Medusa, and Jugs are my 5 rank 4s. I have more than enough units that I could easily buy enough deals from Cyber Weekend here to end up with 4 to 5 more, possibly even 6 from a couple of the things I'm seeing. Which is really tempting. But if I do this and do it now, it would help my account and it would catch me up quite a bit with some of the people in my alliance. But at the same time, it would benefit me and me alone, outside of the fact that I would be able to do more in the alliance as the leader. But at the same time, if I save those units for banquet weekend or banquet week, 2 weeks, whatever it ends up being, then I can actually, oh my god, words. I can benefit the alliance overall, which is kind of the reason that I've hesitated. Question: if you play on the PC, does it drain your battery fast? Not sure if it's the game, if it's my. Are you talking about playing on Steam, or are you talking like when I'm live streaming? I picked up the Kabam deal with the thing and in 3 rank 3s away from 2 7-star T7 basic this week, and next I max purchased the 2 to 3 gems. Nice. Yeah, I'm working on getting my rank 3s up as well. I want to make sure that I get to a point where I have a full deck of rank 3 and 4s. And I'm a little shy of that right now, but I've been doing quite a bit on making progress on that since I came back. That's the other reason I'm kind of debating on the deals, is because I know very good and well that like it would help bring up, like it would free up some of the material that I need to use on rank 3s and 4s to bring up some of my 2s and 3s. Playing on Steam, I think I downloaded the game on my PC directly from the MCOC website. Yeah, I would assume that means you're playing through Steam, but that shouldn't have anything to do with your phone. Now, if you're talking your laptop battery, yeah, that's going to drain because it's a very intensive game to be on. But yeah, when I've tried playing it on Steam a couple times. I have not done it again yet, and I won't do it live yet because the first couple times I tried to play this thing with a controller, woo, it was like, you think my skills look bad now. Also with BGs, every season I push the gladiator circuit and then stop, only because I can't be bothered with the grind. I feel you, man. I'm in the same boat. Like I get to GCs, and that's all the further I care to go. I am not trying to get into Mysterium or Uru or whatever the different ranks are, mostly because I know I'm not that. And it's really not going to be that big of a difference for me. It's it's some radiance and things like that, but I just took what I got and I work towards everything, and I go to events and hang out with the biggest players in the world. So I ain't got to be the biggest guy in the world to hang out with the biggest guys in the world. So why not just go hang out with the big guys and have more fun, not worrying about stressing? And that's what we do. Ooh, let's have that. Let's have two. Play a big boat on your back. Wanna impress me? All you gotta know is when I drink it. So I said we go through at least 6 quests so that we could get at least another chapter out of the way tonight. Possibly more, but either way, what I was planning was about a 2-hour live stream. We are on the 6th quest right now, and we are just shy of the 2-hour mark. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and finish this one up, and we will pick this up on next week's throwback live stream, where we come in and just work on one of the smaller accounts getting progression. But that being said, can't wait for idol number 4. Almost got enough essence. Then I'll have all 4 of them. Nice. I have Lumitrex. I have the first one. I do not have any of the others. But like I said, guys, definitely make sure that you're stopping in next Saturday evening. Like I said, we are going to be doing the celebration of the 3 years since the channel launched. It officially launched 3 years ago, this last Friday night. So 3 years since YouTube, WolfDT69 on YouTube, and part of that celebration, we're going to do a 3-hour live stream where I will be giving away 30,000 Titan shards. 3 batches of 10,000. We'll do 3 spins on the wheel. If you are live at the time of the spin, you will get an entry on the wheel. If you are a member of the channel, you will get an entry on the wheel. If you are a live member of the channel, you will get 2 entries on the wheel. So, next Saturday night, if you're looking for some extra Titan shards, stop in and help me celebrate the fact that it's been 3 years since we started this journey. And let's talk about some of the amazing things that have occurred over the 3 years since I launched this. Because I will tell you this much, guys, I am extremely grateful for all of that. I saw you on my mate's live last night. Nice, man. Yeah, I like turning around and stopping in and supporting all the channels, no matter big or small. We need to get time tomorrow and work on the BGs. No problem, Breeze. We can do that. I can. I'm like I said, I'm planning on doing some editing tonight. I'm going to be obviously doing editing all week this week, but I'm also going to try and be live multiple times this week as well. Did you know that I do YouTube? I only post though. Nice. I did not know that. Is it under the Karditsky? Because I will add you a subscription. I did not know that, man, but congratulations that you're doing it. And I just subscribed to you. Matter of fact, let me beat Quake here and we'll get your channel up on the screen. Two years now, man. Why have you not told me? I know we talked about it, but like, why have you not told me that you started posting? $24 subscribers. Let's get that changed. Guys, do me a favor. Run over and drop a sub. Once you get to 50, you can start live streaming. Like, you should have let me know. We could have got you to 50 by now, man. We'll get you there. I tried on Facebook, but couldn't add you. Oh, okay, man. I don't know why you couldn't add me. But, yeah, no. Nope, 25 now. Exactly. We're going to get you guys there. Like, yeah, man. Like, you should have hit me up on Discord. You've got me on there. Hell, you've got me on freaking line chat, too. So, yeah, hit me up. Let me know. Like, but I will definitely shout out the channel and everything, help you grow. We'll get you going, man. 2 years and we're only at 25 subs? Like, we can change that in under a month. Like, massively get you some growth going. I had you before, but I got a new one, and my old account got hacked. Oh, okay, not a problem, man. Yeah, look up the info in the channel here. The link for the Discord and the line chat are both on there. Add me on there, and like, I'll shout you out on everything. I'll get you back into the universal chat, everything else, so that you can post your videos and everything. We'll get you growing in no time, man. You know me, I'm a big supporter of helping everybody else. Like, that's why I was in your mate's live stream last night, is because I was just jumping between who was live and seeing, who was putting out MCOC videos and just dropping likes and giving a little bit of watch time. And like, there's enough room for every one of us on YouTube, and I will always support the growth of everybody who wants to be part of it. I don't even know where we're working our way to at this point. I'm tired of fighting Mordo. Oh man, to be honest with you, that's one of those things that like there's ways to do that. As a matter of fact, even without the PC, and not to mention on top of that, like honestly, like I can show you where to get some really good deals on PCs that will more than handle streaming for you. The biggest thing will be making sure that you have good enough internet to be able to stream, because you do need a certain internet speed to be able to go live without it lagging and stuff. But even that type of stuff, like, feel free, reach out to me, talk to me. We'll talk about what you need and all that type of stuff. I can ship you. Like, as a matter of fact, the computer I'm on right now, the one that I'm doing all my streaming from at the moment, less than $300. Winter Stick, what quest am I doing? I am currently on 6. 2.4, 6.3.4, one of the, or 6.2.6. Yeah, 6.2.6. That's what I'm doing. Right now, I just realized that I have enough rank ups on this account to be Valiant if I would just get through the content. This is my second oldest account. This is the first alternative account that I ever created. And so I decided once a week from now on the channel, we would just go through and I would push through 6 chapters or so in a couple hours, and we just quickly work our way up to getting this account to Valiant. I played for like the first 6 years of the game and just re-downloaded it. Just slowly worked my way through Act 6 100%. Congratulations. Great time to be back for that. And especially right now, where we got Cyber Weekend and the free stuff from it, and Banquet coming up. Yeah, I'll have to find out because I moved with my partner into a place 4 weeks ago. Not a problem. That is amazing, and congratulations on that. And hopefully that works out to make it easier for you to be able to do it and not more complicated. So, 26 now. 26 rank 4s? You're gonna make me like really 26 subs. Oh, okay. I didn't think Breeze jumped up that many rank 4s all of a sudden, but I was gonna ask, did you call your brother up and do a lot? But yeah, no, man, we can definitely get you to the point of 50 without a problem so that you can start live streaming. And like I said, we can talk about, get a hold of me. I'll steer you in the direction of where I got my computer and stuff. Just start putting a little aside and you can easily get there. It's helpful to see who are good counters today. A lot of Act 6 content is outdated, obviously. Yeah, I mean, even the stuff I have on the channel for Act 6, most of that is before, well, all of it's before the Act 6 rework. So, most of it's still relevant, but there's a lot of champions in the game that weren't there when I did. I opened 11 7-stars in one of my videos. Nice. I technically have an opening video to put out from before I went to Summoner's Fest and right when I got out right when I got back, not out. Because I recorded everything I got from the incursions and stuff right before I left, and then right as soon as I got back, I recorded all the free stuff that I got from Summoner's Fest, and I need to get it edited. And I started working on that one night while I had the girls up here, but well, we got distracted on other projects, and not those kind of projects. 11, awesome. That's impressive. Yeah. Then 11 and a Titan, nice. But yeah, no, I had to help her on her business. That was the whole point of her coming up for the 2 weeks, for the 3 days that she was up here. So I was showing her some of my stuff as an example, but also on top of that, working with her on some of hers. So I have an impulse with this game is the Titan pool getting reset soon. Yes, Titan Pool gets reset on the 2nd. So you are 8 days away from, or no, 9 days away from the Titan Pool getting reset. We actually just talked about that a little while ago in the stream. So, December 2nd, the Titan Pool gets reset again and the new champions get added. So if you're, unless there's somebody like that you don't have out of the current pool that you're really shooting for, wait. Not to mention on top of that too, next Saturday night's 3-year anniversary celebration where I'm giving away 30,000 Titan shirts. Will be just days before the Titan Pool resets. So if you want an extra bit of Titan shards to throw towards the reset, maybe wait until you stop in and hang out for the live stream, and quite possibly you could add to your current count. Okay, I'll have to show a little discipline and wait. It's always so easy to say and so hard to do. Oh, ouch. Perfect man, he scattered all the crowd. I love you, Lena, for so many reasons. So mutant science tech rank 4s for skill. I'm between Elsa and Nick, Cosmic, Carolina Dean, or Captain Marvel movie, Mystic, Shothra, or Renthra. Um, skill is definitely Nick. Cosmic is, as much as I hate to say this because I absolutely love Captain Marvel movie, and she is, and especially with ranking up Nick, anyways, like she's even better when you put the two of them together. But Carolina Dean is definitely it. Shothra and Rintra, that one is kind of a toss up, to be truthful with you. I could see going either way on that one, but I want to say I would lean towards Rintra more, but I think Shothra may have some more relevant uses coming up. So I would say Nick, Carolina, and 50-50 on the other two. I don't know what it's been, but and I know part of it because of some of the stuff that I've learned at Sumner Fest. Like, my timing is so far off with Tigra from where it was when I left the game. I almost feel like I barely should continue to play her because I'm definitely not the level of Tigra player I once was. But I also want to get back to playing her as well as I was. Um, yeah, but Rintra smokes Serpent easier, so I couldn't choose between either. I and that's a case in itself. To push over to Rintra. Um, like I said, I personally want to say Rintra, yes. But I do see a lot of value in Shathra. So, remind me what is the stupid trick about this one? Oh yeah, this is the one where I got to get the stupid freaking intercept, don't I? Oh, this one sucks. I remember this. Okay, let's beat him in the ground. Okay, I definitely need something before we do this. Tons of fun. Nice to see you, man. I knew you asked if I was going to be live tonight.
At Tonzofan303 became a member.
With some of the other stress that I had going on. Love the 10%. Love the 10%. Exactly. Decided that I was going to go ahead and work on the second account because of the fact that we do have I forgot I was watching the stream. 20 gifted memberships. Tons. My God, my man. Thank you very much. So we've got literally Little Banger, James Duke of Buffalo. He's going to love that. Triple Z.
303
Peaceful.
gifted.
Max.
Lil Bangers 21 a membership.
Triple G. Samuel. Chuckles. Truth Comic.
Tonzofan 303 gifted.
Max Legend,
at James Duke of
Darkness,
Buffalo
Silver,
Valander a membership.
Unused Shannara, The Hunchu, Hake,
Tonzofan 303 gifted.
Niban,
at Z-Striplers a membership.
MCOC, Thomas Burley got one as well, and Robert the Traveler.
Tonzofan 303 gifted. At Peaceful 2121 a membership.
Thank you so much, Tons. That is absolutely amazing.
Tonzofan 303
Thank you,
gifted.
and that is going to be
at
great
Max
for next
Gaming
weekend
11
for the
a membership.
third anniversary celebration. All of you are on the wheel, no matter if you're
Tonzofan
live or not.
303
when
gifted.
we
at
do the celebration, but if
a
you
membership.
are live, you now get 2 spins. You get 2 times of having your name on the wheel every time we do a spin.
If
you're live,
a membership.
Thank you so much, Tons, and I hope everybody in the community thanks him as well, because that is going to be absolutely wonderful. Got those Titan shards coming next weekend, so if you're looking for some Titan shards, your names are now on the wheel for sure, and I will be reaching out to you if you win them. But if you're live,
Tonzofan 303 gifted at Zach Martinez 1067 a membership.
Spot on the wheel for your name. Been streaming for a long time.
Tonzofan 303 gifted.
I said I was going to be about 2 hours tonight,
Legend
honestly.
17 a membership.
I knew that was kind of going to be where I was going to be at, though I didn't realize that I was
at Darkness
working my way towards
527
this
a
particular
membership.
fight tonight.
Tonzofan 303 gifted. At Unused Shanu a membership.
So this one is going to be one that getting him to the last 10% is not going to be a problem. It's going to be getting that intercept, which I already just screwed up.
Tonzofan 303 gifted. At the Huncho a membership. Tonzofan 303 gifted. At Hake 213 a membership.
Unless Elena just became my cheat code for this, which is possible
gifted
as well.
At Wolfcock a membership. Tonzofen 303 gifted at Nebunu 94 a membership.
God, it's been forever since I've tried to get this timing right.
Tonzofen 303 gifted at Swissbeats 2K5 a membership. Tonzofen 303 gifted at Robert the Traveller 713 a membership. I should have gotten
at least one of them by now. Oh.
At Tonzofen 303 just gifted 20 memberships.
Oh, hey, we had more come through. Wow, man, you are lighting it up tonight. I turned around for a second to do a fight, and you have gotten us blown up, man. One more. Wild Bill, Eclipse, Joel Williams, Breeze Cabaret,
gifted at XLR8
Get Better than MCOC. We got Brittany in there with the whoops, I did it again.
Tonzofen 303 gifted
Bob,
at Nick Brown 1008
Mark
a membership.
Wilson, Spaceman Denny Crane, Abow.
Tonzofen 303
Billy
gifted
D,
at Jordan Grease Salmon of Legends 1186 a membership.
I actually, dang, we got. This is great, man. I appreciate you so much.
Gifted at
Not bad. Getting ready for tomorrow.
a membership.
Very much so. There's 40, buddy. That is phenomenal. Thank you so much, Tons. I appreciate you. I know everybody who just got an extra entry onto the wheel. Appreciate you as well. Let's see how much the champion appreciates me tonight.
Gifted.
By
at
me,
Eclipse
maybe, or maybe
768
not
a membership.
getting these intercepts that I'm supposed to be getting. It is intercept, isn't it?
Tonzofen 303 gifted at Joel Williams 4991 a membership. Tonzofen 303 gifted at Breeze Cabist 8123 a membership.
What am I doing wrong here?
Tonzofen 303 gifted.
Thanks, Tons. Entry to the wheel. I must have missed that. Okay, so Craig, since you just made it in, and feel free
303
to
gifted
got a
at
Dex special. That's what it is. It's not the intercept,
a membership.
It's the Dex. That's what I forgot. Thank you, Kurdesky, for the reminder. So,
Tonzofen 303 gifted at Cradledeath a membership.
Yeah. It's been a while and I forgot. Which is funny because I made the guide video.
Tonzofen 303 gifted.
My God, man, you are just blowing it up tonight, my brother. I appreciate you beyond belief. Thank you so much.
Tonzofen 303
but anyways, what I was saying about the wheel.
So, Crane a membership.
2 nights ago was officially 3 years since I launched the channel here.
Tonzofen
Next Saturday night, we are
gifted
going
at Mark
to
Wilson
celebrate
8979 a membership.
3 years of being on the channel, 3 years of MCOC as a YouTuber.
Tonzofen 303 gifted at
next Saturday night, we're going to do a
3-hour
3-hour live stream to celebrate 3 years on the channel. During my trip to Summerfest,
303
I got
gifted
3
at
codes
60
for
FPS 60 a
30,000.
membership.
10,000 each.
Tonzofen 303 gifted.
Anybody
a membership.
who is a member of the channel will get put on that spin wheel that I will spin 3 times to give away those
303 gifted at Nimalabe 4704
Anyone who is live
membership.
during that live stream also gets their name on the wheel. So, anybody who is a member and live during any of the spins gets their name on the wheel twice. So, stop in next Saturday night for a chance to win up to 30,000 Titan Sharks.
At Tonzofen 303 super chatted $50.
I gotta get back in there closer at that end. God, I forgot how much of a pain in the ass this timing is. You have to be so close to pull this off, and I forgot how bad this is. I'm going to screw this up too many times. Dude, thanks for the membership. Sick. Sounds like getting half another shot at Mr. Knight. Exactly. Feel free to come on in and do that. Hold block until the last hit, and then Dex hit the headbutt. Your video may have taught me this. Yeah, the funny thing is I've taught tons of people how to do this, and then it's been years since I've done it, so I haven't done it in a while. Have to hit the block and Dex the last hit. Yeah, I know. It's funny listening to everybody tell me how to do something that I taught the community how to do. Tons with another 10 memberships. Let's see, we got Matt B, we got Tim Farm.
10 memberships.
Even the channel's like, there's so many of them, I don't know who to give them to.
Tonzofen 303 gifted at Matty B 3828 a membership.
I don't know why I gave him a potion.
Tonzofen 303 gifted at Tim_farmed 9750 a membership.
Two seconds too soon. Got the first one. There we go. That's what I needed. Well, we got the first one in. Now we just got to get the second one. Come on. No problem, man. I appreciate you so much. Tons making you spend these on deals. He might be. I'm happy that I was able to be live when you were able to make it in, man. Like I said, was I honestly I kind of debated it, but I ended up arguing with Verizon for about 3 hours and was like, I need to decompress before I start editing. So why not just come live and do something that I know I can easily do? I say that and then I get wrecked like this repeatedly. So, as a matter of fact. But we got the first one. We'll get him down. It won't be a problem. All right. Just a little out of practice on this. But that's even more reason to go back and do it again. At least so I can remind myself how to do it, because I got two other accounts I got to do it on still. Come on, throw the special. Ah! He wants to be a pain in the ass on this one, and it's going to piss me off. I'm just going to Hulk it. I'm going to laugh because I have a feeling that, to be truthful with you, that last batch is going to instantly, like, kick out another 8 of them the second we go live next time. Just because of the fact that, like, I think it's locked itself. You sent so many of them, which I have never seen. I backed off too soon. Come on. Finally get in perfect position, and I miss the decks again. I feel like I've outdone myself like I've never read a single note in 10 years of playing. Stairway to Heaven or Highway to Hell. I mean, I've always been one for speed, so it's probably gonna be the Highway to Hell for me. I will say that this much, not that we should have been using it a lot, but we haven't used hardly anything for revives on here tonight, to be truthful with you. Yeah, see, now when we're talking to AC/DC versus Led Zeppelin, I love DC without a problem, but I mean, how many other bands have actually written a song about The Hobbit? So it's got to go to Led Zeppelin. Like, I know that there's members of AC/DC that are nerds, but like, I got to give a shout out to Led Zeppelin for true nerd status. So, Guns N' Roses or Metallica? Ooh. I have seen Metallica live in concert. That was an amazing show, I will tell you that much. In spite the fact that, yeah, I knew I wasn't close enough. In spite the fact of several factors, but mostly because people were impatient for Metallica and boot off the two amazing opening acts. I swear I'm going to get this one. But it's a really hard decision there because, like, I will say Metallica has lasted better and holds up better, but some of the Guns N' Roses classics, like November Rain, is still like amazing classic status. AC/DC is the GOAT for another 50.
303 super chatted $50.
My God, my man.
AC/DC
just
is my
it up
goat.
tonight, my brother. I appreciate you overwhelmingly. I might just die like 10 more times just so I can extend the live stream the way you're donating, brother. Come on, give it to me. Oh, it keeps getting that stupid fucking stun on me. I've already gotten the one down. I just got to get the other charge off of him, and then he's done. But every time I turn around, he gets poker or blackjack. Poker. Blackjack's fun, but poker I think takes more skill. I went for the block. Oh! That should have been it. More thought in poker. There is definitely a lot more thought in poker. Van Halen or Def Leppard? Van Halen, I mean, the problem is there's so many different eras of Van Halen. That's kind of a little iffy. But I mean, do remember, the drummer from Def Leppard only has one arm.
At Tonzofen 303 just gifted.
Tons, you are sick, man. I appreciate it. Every time I get him there, I end up freaking... He catches me right on that first hit, just as I go to block, and then I miss the decks. It's ridiculous. Oh, it's amazing. I have 1,500 or 1,100 members on the channel, and like it's so stuck on the last two of them that you sent out. Like I swear, I think the remaining, what are we at, 18 that it hasn't given out. I think we'll probably go to whoever shows up in the next live stream. I have never seen YouTube just stick and not pass out the memberships, because half the ones you've given out are people that I know are barely active right now. Police or Tears for Fears? Ooh. Oh. I'm going to have to give the nod to the Police. My God. How am I timing this so badly? And then I get a parry instead of a dex. Are you kidding me? I'm listening to Deep Purple right now to be, if that makes it help. Well, Merry Christmas to them. Thank you, man. That's amazing. I agree. I grew up on that stuff. Yeah. He's going down before we end this live stream. I don't care. Like, it's not going to take me that much. And it's kind of just irritating me that it's even taken this much, to be truthful with you. So, but we are going to finish this up, and then we are going to see who's live and go raid somebody. And we will be on again tomorrow night for a little while. I don't know how long. I'm going to get a video out tomorrow one way or another. And I'm apparently going to take this SP1 like 10 times before I actually pull off what I'm trying to do. Thank you, Tons. You have done so much, my man. Duran or Iron Maiden.
303 super chatted $50.
Man, like that's not even fair, especially considering like, okay, I am Wolf here, okay? Hungry like the wolf, like, it almost feels wrong to say Duran, but at the same time, like I kind of feel like I kind of have to. Not to mention, on top of that, too, like, without Duran Duran, we wouldn't have the greatest scene in supernatural history. Are you kidding me? Mm. You keep getting SP3. You could use the indestructible to buy another shot at timing. Yeah, I know. But I'm just trying to get that. Oh. This is honestly annoying because I've done this so many times. And I know that I can do this without a problem. Oh, I got it. I got it and didn't even realize I got it. Oh. Whatever, he's down. Sonic Youth or Culture Club? Culture Club. Yeah, I didn't even see that I got it myself until freaking, like, I went in and started doing damage, and I was like, oh, well, then never mind, he's done. But that puts us another chapter of Act 6 completely in the books. And that puts us a little bit closer to the Valiant title. Let's go ahead and go over and open the crystals real quick, and then we'll find somebody to go raid. And we turned a 2-hour live stream into a 3-1. I grew up on all those bands. Yeah, man. Like, I grew up on a lot of country. So, like, I am... Like, but at the same time, like, I got big into rock in junior high and high school. So, like, I have very eclectic tastes. Like, I wish I could let you guys listen to what, like, is in my ear right now, because the amount of difference between what has played throughout the different songs of the evening while I've been doing this has been, it's funny. I've always talked to my friends and everything. Like, I had friends that weren't very eclectic. I do have more of them are a lot more eclectic now with things. But it is one of those things to see. I don't think we got anything there. Let's go ahead and open a 6-star, 5-star relic. I'll take that. That's Kashala. Nice. And let's go ahead and open this 6-star. If it's a dupe, we might open a 7-star. Last year, I bought my mom Teddy Swim tickets for... Nice! I would love to see him in concert on this. Of course I've heard of Frank Zappa. But yeah, I would love to see Teddy Swim. I've really been getting into a lot of his music lately. He's done some really good collaborations that I love. His one with Jesse Murph is freaking phenomenal. The one he just did with Thomas Rhett. Oh my God, just some amazing stuff out there, guys. So, but anyways, guys, that does, like I said, that does put us a little bit closer to that Valiant title. We still have plenty of room to go. We're going to go ahead and visit this account a couple times. The Doors are one of my favorite. Jim Morrison, God, legend, and then some. Like, I totally feel you on that one, man. So let's go ahead and I'm going to jump over and find out and see who's live right now. Akbar's live. Max is live. No, Max is not live. That's old. Akbar is live. Let's go over and jump into Akbar. And
I probably could have gone for the special 2.
Hopefully we didn't just play too much of his stream. But yeah, let's jump over into Akbar's stream and say hi. If you guys want to come over and help me support another local Seattle YouTuber, I would absolutely appreciate it. Let's do this with a hashtag Wolfpack Raid and head on over. And like I said, guys, I'll be live a little bit tomorrow night. We're going to get videos out this week. And we're going to have tons to do. So, and y'all have tons to thank for all the amazing gifted memberships, the $150 worth of super chats, and the absolute wonderful appreciation for celebrating the channel. Again, guys, next weekend will be the 3-year anniversary of the channel celebration. Anniversary was actually this weekend. 30,000 Titan shards being given away on that night for anyone who is a member. Anyone who feels like stopping in and hanging out, you'll be on the wheel as well. We'll make sure everybody who has gotten a membership gets on the wheel, and I will see you guys sometime before then and definitely then. But until then, I want to say thank you guys for everything, all the years, all the kindness, all the love. I appreciate you all. You guys have definitely made my life better and changed it in so many ways. But until then, guys, I hope everybody has a great night, a great day, and pulls a God tier champion soon. And until the next one, I love you guys. Peace out.